So if we look here and we see that that is my underground farm, I had actually built it over the hole where I had my villager breeder drop down, and I thought they were all gone. We'll just put this back. Oh, come on, no, 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 stop pushing me! Stop pushing! There we go. Okay. Not only is there two, I put two down here, and yeah, a chicken and quite a bit of villagers. I don't know how on earth this ended up going without any notice at all. I thought they just died because I fell from that height and I died. So why, I'm just gonna block that in. So why on earth, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a whole bunch more. Wow, that's a lot. See, up there, that's where they drop down, and they drop down here, and I guess they've survived and have been going all around. So Dragon Ball needs me, so I'll be right back. Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode on the Shadowtopia server. I'm your host, Chaos. We are on episode number 9, and today we have a few projects going on that I've been doing a bit off screen. That's why it's been taking so long, because they would just kind of be boring, and a lot of stuff has happened in my real life, so that's why this episode's out a little bit late. But the reason why I needed those 5 villagers was to put them in here to be farmers. So now I have a whole bunch of different, well, basically the same, and they all have carrots and potatoes as their starter, which is kind of nice that I was able to do. So now that instead of, because this trading hall, which was designed by Cortez Reno, awesome job by the way, but with the villagers only doing it twice a day, or in some cases it would lock and then it would take a little bit before it happens to unlock it. I found myself just trading up the two, and then sitting here and waiting until he decides, oh, I'm gonna unlock. So now I have 4 more, so I can now just go, okay, you're locked, go to the next one, you're locked, go to the next one, you're locked, then go all the way around, and hopefully by the time I get back to the first one, he decides that he's gonna trade with me more. And that was the plan. Now, as you saw in the previous clip, all the different villagers that I had, well, if we go up here, and this is where my hidey hole is stuff, I only put 5 down, but now there seems to be more, so I think they're finding their way down, which is kind of nice because I'm going to need a lot of villagers. And here is why. So as I'm flying in this direction, we will figure out, whoa, there we go. Up here, there we go. Okay, so this is what I've been working on, and this is my collection area for my iron farm. Yes, that's right. I am building a bigger iron farm, and that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 20 pots. So I need at least 60 villagers and 20 zombies in order for this to fully function, which is going to take a while because I need to set everything up. I need also a long train from my village breeder all the way over here and place them in. And this is what I've been working off screen for a little bit, and it was taking a tremendous amount of time, especially this right here, because I had to fill the entire area. I ended up making one mistake, and I had to do some readjustments, but it all works out, and this works out wonderful. I've tested. No matter where you land, you'll always end up right there. And I'll put in lava lost. That will be the last thing. These main squares are where the pods are going to be. All this is just going to go bye-bye. And luckily I have stuff for it to collect. So I'm building the same design, but bigger, and they're all spaced out by 20, which means that if you don't know the mechanics of the villagers when it comes to the iron farms, they sense within a 16 by 16 by 16 area. Now, the highest point, which is over there, is 20 high from over here, which means that even after they've dropped, they won't get sensed. So every, I believe it's 10 to 20 seconds, I could be wrong, and even 30 seconds. But basically, every time the villagers see the zombie and go, we need an iron golem, let's search the area. No matter where, they will not find one, which means they'll spawn. So each one of them, so every 30 seconds or so, so yeah, we'll just say 30 seconds, it's gonna spawn every single one when it fully gets built, which means we're gonna get a lot of iron fast. Yes, we're gonna get a lot of iron fast, which means when that happens, Iron Heights is gonna do a special deal, because as far as I know, I'm still the only one with an iron farm, which that's kind of good, because I know Diamond likes to be competitive, and last server he made one. Now he obviously his was more technical, but this time he decided, no, I'm not going to build one, so that kind of gives me free reign on the iron. Now I still do it a decent price, and I don't try to overcharge somebody, but it seems to be going well. As you can see here, I got like no armor on. That's because we ended up fighting a wither the other day, and a monster beast decided to unleash one in his base. And it took forever to get... I think him and I were at least an hour, and then we had Doodle, we had Ray, we had Aloo, Jumbo Chicken for a little bit, all of us just finding ways. I literally got like a bunch of iron and pumpkins and stuff, and I just went to town just making iron golems to kind of help. They didn't really help much because the weather was within height that they couldn't reach. And sadly, I didn't get anything filmed, but if one of them did, then yeah, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, in the process, we were dying a whole bunch of times, and I ended up losing my chest plate, my legs, my feet, and my sword. So, which means I have to re-gear. Oh well. That's the fun of this, is sometimes you gotta re-gear. And I have fixed up my trading hall as well, so I have all the different stuff, so I could easily just get all the re-gear, but I like to do my own stuff. And my trading hall is completed, so we've got that now. Alright, so probably, like, I'm going to be spending some time maybe building up this, so this will kind of not be as an episode, but more just, you know, building up as I go, you know, something happens, so I don't know what today's episode is going to really be. Like, I have no plans on focusing stuff. We've got the... might as well go back. We have the game complete. I was able to fix that up, so yeah, let's go check that out. Well, here's the game. It's now complete, and we even had a couple of playtests through. Now, I'm not sure if anybody wants to do one, but we decided that, and I gotta make a rule book so that way others can come in and join, but I guess this is kind of a little mini tutorial for those of the Shadowtopians that are watching this. So, if you want to turn the game on, you just flick this switch, and then items go up, and they come back down. As simple as that. And I have tested it, even on the ones that are down. If you press against the corner, you can pick it up. So, if you miss it, check one of the corners, come back. Once the game is finished, you flick this on, and then flick it back off. That basically will clear all the items down. And we also decided that you, like, basically, when you get your stuff, you just put everything in here, which that's mine also. We also decided that because there's no armor, PvP is allowed. Best ways, and we've got ways of getting things so that way you're on the top floor, you got your 4 points. The best way you can do is to go out the window, shoot down with an ender pearl if you have one, and then you just walk across. So PvP is allowed, so you gotta watch out for that, because it got me a couple times where playing with Squid, he got me, and he collected my stuff, gave him enough to win the game, which I guess that I deserve that since I beat him at his own game. So that's what we have for the minigame. It's all well and complete. Well, we're back here at the map of the minigame, which is really funny considering that right there is an arrow. And it's kind of funny because it's pointing north, like on those compasses. But that's actually lava in the shape of an arrow, which I think is funny because that was naturally spawned. And the reason why we're over here is because we're actually going to be making a second minigame. I figured out what I wanted, so what I've done here is started the clearing. And the game we're going to be doing is Wipeout. Yes, that American game where you run through and go through an obstacle and stuff. So we're going to do the main starter. And I am saying we this time because I just found out that Diamond also had that same idea that I had. And, okay, my leecher wouldn't launch right away. I had mentioned that I was building Wipeout, and he's like, are you kidding me? I have that exact same idea. And so I said, well, let's put our two heads together and let's make it together. I was going to make most of it out of red and blue wool. He has already got all the concrete, or preparation for the concrete, so we decided to do it together, and he had a bit of some designs that I had done, and he's going to do them differently, so we're gonna clear this area out, and then it's gonna be a big long hallway where it's just gonna be fun. So we're gonna be working on that together, which I think is hilarious that we both thought of that. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So let's get started by clearing this stuff out, and then we go from there. Now that we have that all cleared up, Diamond and I have been working on this a little bit since it is our course together. We had to help clearing the stuff from Mom and White Top and ran into a bit of mob situation. That was entertaining to say the least. So we started off here where we'll make a better platform, and you'll run across a red string, or a string I should say, not just red string. And that will kind of start the game. It will start the clock, as well as start all the timers for all the different redstone. So the first one, which I got the redstone complete, which is our randomizer to a hopper, so it just goes back and forth. And the randomizer is the punching wall, where you basically have to just run through and not get punched. If you do, you get knocked into the water. There's no way for you to get back up, so you have to swim, because this entire thing is going to be in water, all the way up to the next part. Or if you complete it, then you can just run in, no problem, and go right here. And that would be the big red balls. So we did have it where it was just descending, and we felt it was way too easy. The fact is, I could easily just jump from one to the next, so we decided to do it all the same level. So now I'm just gonna give it a try, and yeah, not very good at all. Like, I'm terrible at it, but we increased the challenge. By doing that, we actually made it quite a better challenge. So let's see if Diamond will do a better job at it. And, oh, he did about the same as I did. But that's okay. So you land in the water, and then, of course, you got to go all the way over here, which will be part of our next game, or our next path, which we will work on that right now. And here we go, the next section of our course, which I don't have it on right now. It is all hooked up, but the object of it is these move up and down, and you have to basically jump from one to the next. Now it is possible, even though it might not look possible, it is. So, just wasn't fast enough. So you get all the way there, and then you have to get up here. I'm not going to go through it because I think the string is still there. Okay, no. Oh, yeah, it was. So this one is you basically just run through, and then I'm just going to hop over it. Okay, there we go. So you run through, snowballs are shot out here, and then you have to very carefully jump between each and every one of these. Now this one's the tricky one, and I did it. Oh, that was close. And let's see if I can do the last one. Ah, so close. But yeah, and then we go up here to the next one, which Diamond's going to be working on that. He's actually gone off for the night. So while I was waiting for him to do that, because we're kind of taking turns, so I did that one, he did this one, I did this one. He's doing this one, and he's doing the next one, and then I'll probably end up doing the last one or two. So in the meantime, I decided to make this, which was our stopping and... oh, it's raining. Of course it is. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I went and slept, and then I had to fight off a couple creepers. Where were we? Oh, yes. To continue off this. So I think we'll probably decorate around it so it's, doesn't look as bulky and stuff. But this is our scoring system. So everything up is here on the top. And every second, 2 items will drop through. So basically, we'll have this all filled up. And then you add the total amount divided by 2, and that's your score. So simple as that. I have it where this is the start, so we'll put signs and stuff. And then you run through here to begin, which has this connected there, and that starts all the redstone. And I'll probably have to do... I can easily just link a wire down to the same thing. So I have to do that to turn everything off. But, yeah, both of these run to the same thing. So it does that. It senses through, and with a monostable circuit, it will then pick up the redstone to let items go through. And then at the end, when you cross the finish line, it will do the same thing and lock it in place. And then that's how it keeps the score. So that's what I've done in the meantime while we wait for Diamond to finish off that. Well, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I do just have one announcement, and that is I started a Facebook page for this YouTube channel. Most people use Twitter and Instagram, whereas I don't. And that's just a personal preference. I see no need for it. I mean, Twitter just basically is Facebook statuses, and Instagram is just pictures, which I barely do either. So yeah, I decided to make a Facebook page. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can check that out, and that's where I will keep updates on stuff, sharing other videos like White Top and Diamond, which go check out his page because he has one too. I'll link that as well, because he's got a special announcement which I think everybody should definitely check out, and congratulate him on it. So with that being said, if you like the video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell to get notified on future episodes. This server is hosted by MC Pro Hosting, and if you or any of your friends want to host a server, consider using MC Pro Hosting. Get 15% off any plans by using the code word Townsies. That's TOWNIES. Link will be in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'm Chaos, signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode.
It's all work.